There's a moment in every man's life when he realizes he's become what once shaped him, not by choice, but by default, by pattern, by proximity, by inheritance. He opens his mouth and hears his father. He stands in conflict and mimics what he once feared. He holds his child and wonders if they will have to recover from him the way he once had to recover from someone else. This is the reckoning, and in this moment a man has two options. He either repeats the line or he rewrites it. To rewrite the line does not mean to become perfect. It doesn't mean becoming immune to anger or mastering silence or knowing the right words at the right time with the perfect tone in the perfect home. It's not about that. To rewrite the line means to become aware of what is moving through you and choosing not to pass it forward. It means, in practical terms, stopping mid-pattern, mid-sentence, mid-reactive gesture. It means pausing in front of your child, feeling the rage of your father's pulse in your chest and deciding, not this time and not me. It means looking at your partner and feeling the ache of old abandonment clench in your jaw. And instead of defending, you soften and speak. It means catching yourself in the middle of a performance and saying, I don't need to be impressive right now, I need to be true. The man who rewrites the line is not always celebrated. His children may not notice. His partner may not understand the inner battle he wages daily against what was modelled for him. There are no medals for this kind of war, no audience for this kind of courage. But what happens here happens quietly, invisibly, in the field. A child grows up with a nervous system that doesn't contract around dad. A woman rests in the presence of a man who doesn't dominate or disappear. And a lineage that was once marked by chaos, by silence, by shame, by distortion, begins to rearrange itself around something more stable. Not loud, not perfect, just stable. This is what it means to become sovereign. It's not about making your own rules, it's about breaking the ones that broke you so they don't break anyone else. It's about clearing the field so the people you love don't have to recover from your presence once you're gone. It's about deciding once and for all that your pain ends with you and that your children, if you have them, will not have to decode your silence or flinch at your voice or guess which version of you is coming home tonight. They'll feel, they'll know, and they will carry forward not your wounds but your rhythm. But let's be honest, this is not a single moment. This is not a cinematic transformation. This is daily. It's in the breakfast tension, the dinner chaos, the misread text, the forgotten appointment, the noise of life that calls your old patterns forward again and again, asking you to continually rehearse what was given to you. And in each of these moments, you meet yourself not with shame, but with structure. You pause, you feel, and you choose. And even when the old way wins, because sometimes it does, you own it, you clean it, you realign. And that too is part of the rewriting. I want to speak now to the men who may not have a blueprint, to the men whose fathers did not show them how to hold anger without harming, how to love without smothering, how to lead without ego, how to admit they were wrong without falling apart. Because you're not broken, you are unmodelled, and unmodelled men are not less capable. They're simply asked to do something far more difficult, to build what they never saw, to speak what was never spoken, to become what they never received. This is holy work. So if you're listening to this and wondering what it actually means to be sovereign and coherent as a man and as a father, it means you stop seeking power through performance. You stop confusing control with clarity. You stop expecting others to fill the holes you've never healed, and you begin the patient work of becoming the version of yourself that your children and your partner will never have to recover from. Not to be loved, not to be admired, but because that's the kind of man you've decided to be. You've become safe, not soft. Safe, not passive. Safe. Safe to feel with. Safe to speak to. Safe to disagree with. Safe to walk beside. Not because you suppress yourself, but because you have nothing to prove and nothing to hide. This is the final sign of a sovereign man. His presence doesn't distort the field. It holds it. You don't get congratulated for this, but one day your child will look at you and know, I was never afraid of my father, and that will be enough. Welcome to The Architect Speaks.